Hello and welcome to Coffee Chats. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Sarah, and this is our coffee book tag.
The first question is black coffee. Name a series that's hard to get into, but it has some hardcore fans. I went with the Game of Thrones series because I can say from experience that these books can be so long that they're really intimidating and hard to read, but people love this book series.
And I picked The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams because I tried to get into this series, but I actually just couldn't. I read maybe the first 25 pages before giving up. The next one is Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or holiday season.
I went with Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Kahn and David Levithan. This is one of their kind of cute contemporary romances, but this one actually takes place in New York City during Christmas time, and it's just really adorable, and I read it during Christmas and it made me feel a little Christmassy.
My pick is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle, and it is also set around Christmas.
The next question is hot chocolate. What was your favorite children's book? We actually each picked two for this one. We picked ones that we read when we were really little, and then we picked ones that we read kind of during elementary school, like later elementary school. My first pick is Goodnight Moon. This book just means a whole lot to me, and I have really positive memories of my mom reading it to me, and now I read it for the kids that I nanny for, and it just gives me the warm fuzzies every time I do.
I went with Tacky the Penguin, which is a book that not a whole lot of people have heard of, but it was definitely my favorite when I was little. It was a little bit out there, but it was really funny.
My next pick is The Sisters Grimm by Michael Buckley. I remember picking this up around 4th or 5th grade, and I actually didn't finish the series. I don't think the series finished until I was in high school, but to this day they're some of my favorite children's books.
My pick is Once Upon a Marigold, which I read for the first time in the 4th grade, and I just loved it, and it's something that I've reread every couple of years since. Next we have Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat the entire time.
I chose Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm sure most of y'all know that this is a thriller, and it honestly did just keep me in from the very beginning until the very end, and I read it in a matter of 2 days or something.
I went with The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. It's the last book in the Percy Jackson series, and it's just very action-packed the entire time.
Next we have Starbucks. Name a book or series that you see everywhere. I picked Mockingjay and just the Hunger Games series in general by Suzanne Collins, and I picked this one up because the final movie is coming out pretty soon, so there's still a lot of hype surrounding it.
I went with The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Pretty much anything by John Green you can find all over the place, but since this one just got made into a movie, I think it's the one you see most commonly. This one is Oops, I Accidentally Got Decaf. Name a book that you expected more from.
I went with Ask the Passengers by A.S. King because this author especially is just kind of hyped up on BookTube, I think, as a pretty good contemporary author. But I read this book and I didn't love it. I didn't get connected to any of the characters, and I gave it 3 stars, which if you know me is really pretty harsh because I'm so nice with star ratings.
I went with Allegiant by Veronica Roth. You've probably heard us mention this before, but we were both really disappointed in this book. Divergent started out really well, and then the series just went way downhill from there.
The final question is the perfect blend. What is a book or series that was the perfect combination of bitter and sweet? I went with A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. This is my absolute favorite book of his, and it's about Afghani women, and if you've read the end, you've probably cried, but there is a little bit of hopefulness at the end too.
I chose The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, even though I would have to say this book is probably a little bit more bitter than it is sweet. Definitely cried a lot, but there is definitely a hopeful ending.
Thank you guys so much for watching our coffee book tag. If you want to check us out some other places on the internet, we have some links in the down bar, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye!